everyone, and welcome back. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube, and we are back again. Hopefully, you're all having a good one. Welcome on in. First, what's good, Big G? Well, hold on. Miami Vice, yeah. I don't think Miami Vice would get down that much with the funk. Definitely would get down with some synth and guitar. Yo, what's good? Yeah. I could definitely see like some electric guitars. Let's see some UA ass whooping. What is UA? Ultra ass whooping? Is that what we're doing now? Ultra ass whipping. Out here with the ultra ass, not to be confused with just the regular ass. The ultra ass whipping. Uber Aberoth. I don't think I've ever heard anybody refer to him as UA. Yeah, I would have a pretty tough time against Ubi. I don't have cleanse at all. What would my health be without this? Yeah, that's so much health, but I might be able to squeeze it. Maybe I can run a Shatter Change with just cleanse on it. Yeah, I haven't been lucky this season. I think I got like 3 or 4 2 LP Shatter Chains. None of them got the slam. And for most content, you don't really need cleanse. I mean, cleanse is nice. Don't get me wrong. Cleanse is really good at pushing past like 1200 corruption on a melee build for sure. Because you get hit with that poison and you're like, oh God, please help me. You know. Yeah, I find this to be the most boring play style. Just one in Warrior's Fury, but we'll do it. What have you guys been up to? What did you guys think of the reveals today? Hey, yo, what's good, Big B 2099? Anybody playing Crimson Desert right now? What's up, Bike? Hey, look good, I think. Yeah. Agreed. I'll wait for a sale, bro. I was trying to see how it run on console. Just out of curiosity. Did not look. Well, hello there. Yeah. Rough. Not really into those types of games anymore. Well, the only reason why I was kind of interested in it is because when I go on paternity leave and you know my son is born, I'm telling you what, guys, I'm not going to be sitting here streaming all day, right? I'm not going to be sitting here streaming all day. I'm not going to be like, cool, I get a 3-month vacation. I'm going to be spending time with my son, but he's also, he's, oh, congrats, thank you. But, I mean, let's be real. He's going to be an infant. Homie's probably going to be sleeping a lot, but I still want to be there near him with my wife. Because this is just, like, I'm so excited for him to come into the world and meet him. But I'm somebody who's worked at a child development center for the past 14 years. I'm somebody who's worked at a child development center for the past 14 years. I know what's going to happen. This dude's probably going to be asleep a lot, but I don't want to be just constantly in here streaming and then shutting the stream off because, you know, my son's awake, right? So I was thinking it'd be cool to be playing some games, you know, in the bedroom where I got an Xbox Series X. So I was like, okay, Crimson Desert could be like one of those games that I'm just playing and then, oh, hey, buddy's awake. Let's go hang out. And again, he's an infant. He's probably going to be sleeping a lot. Hey, does it make sense to create a new tune yet or wait for the new season? Depends, CJ. Are you going to be playing seasonal content or are you going to be playing in Legacy? I think is the first one. And believe me, this is not make or break. Okay, like this song right here, Big GZ, I could like this feels like Miami Vice. You just have an Xbox One and a PS3? Yeah. So obviously this, you know, if you're going to be playing, you're probably going to be playing on PC, I would imagine. I need one. You think you'd prefer to start seasonal? Okay, so here's what you can do. You got about a week. You got about a week before the game comes out. You technically have 6 days because on Wednesday, the day before the new league starts, the servers go down. Right? They take the servers offline for 24 hours to get the game ready for the new season. So you're going to have 6 days. So if you wanted to practice, now's a great time to do it. And then that character will transition to Legacy. Now, if you feel like you're not going to like, you know, maybe you don't have that much time to play. Yo, what's good, bro? Maybe if you don't have that much time to play and you'd rather just be sinking your teeth into new content, then it might make sense for you to wait. Honestly, right now, starting a new character, I don't see a problem with it. Yeah, I figured I would say all those things first. See if that helped make your decision. Nexus, yeah. You'll wait it out. I know starting tomorrow, supporter packs are in Nexus now. I mean, I think Kriskin bought one the other day. Unless he was buying an old supporter pack. I'd rather watch your stream instead. Yeah, starting tomorrow. So, I mean, we could definitely attempt Uber Aberoth tonight on this guy, because starting tomorrow, I'm probably just going to be in, like, Last Epoch tools or something. Because I'm going to be updating my planners for the builds. I thought that was someone buying the game. I mean, if they were buying the game, they were either buying the the Ultimate Edition, or they were severely overpaying or something. I mean, I could look on the back end. It just said I made a sale. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be theory crafting, but I'm gonna be updating my planners first. Right, I'm gonna be updating my planners for the website. Gotta figure out which class to practice still. Right. Yeah, so I want to update the planners. At least I do. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna be updating my planners for actionrpg.com. That's gonna be my main focus this weekend, and then theory crafting a build for launch, and maybe slapping something together, because believe me guys, people are gonna want gameplay. They will want gameplay. Slap it, brother. Yeah. Let's go. The D4 expansion's in April, right? Like the second half of April. You're gonna go play something, have a good one. Yo, appreciate you tuning in, CJ. You take care. End of April. Okay, cool. B-Days on Easter Sunday. Let's go. Yeah, Aaron said he's going to be doing a treasure hunt. Definitely building around the rogue set. Yeah, the set items look pretty good. They look decent. I'm hoping that they go back and they kind of buff some of the older sets, because like pre-nerfing them before getting released, I feel like was not the best idea. What does that mean? Oh, Aaron Action RPG and other communities for that matter, but I think we're talking about Action RPG in particular. We're talking about Aaron. He likes to run a treasure hunt. Basically, find this item in the game, post a screenshot of it in his Discord. You got to sign up for it. Right. No, I think the last two treasure hunts he's done is you have to have a 2 LP version with no faction tag, right? Last one was Blossom of the Immortal Stone, 2 LP, no faction tag. And then the one before that, I don't think nobody really knew Uber Aberoth was going to be like that, but Shattered Worlds 2 LP, no faction tag. This one will be easier. Do you know what it is? Or are you just theorizing? Obviously, don't tell me what it is. You do, okay. You always now? Thinking about taking next Friday off. I got next Thursday and Friday off. So Thursday, I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be going hard. Probably not going to be doing like a 24-hour stream, but definitely going to be doing a stream. 12 hours plus. And then the next day on Friday, I will go live when I wake up and, you know, obviously had a chance to shower and get ready for the day. But then I'm going to be in, like, I'm not going to be going as long on Friday because it's the start of spring break. And my area is considered a bit of a tourist destination. I don't know if a ton of people are coming in this weekend, but the weather's been amazing. And I want to be out there for Uber Friday night and Saturday of next week. Got the biggest eye rolling. Taking off time to play a video game. It's a lot easier for me to do that now because all day and day, yeah, it's a lot easier for me to do that now because I'm like, well, it's been making us some money, and it's like, well, that's true. I mean, health's not bad. I'll hold on to health right now. Finish at the grill for show. Non-gamer wife, I feel you. Yeah, my wife, she's a gamer, but she's like a mobile gamer. She likes Candy Crush, which to some people that's not gaming. That's fine. Yeah, she really likes the puzzle games. Definitely likes the puzzle game. So, like, she did play Diablo with me one time, like Diablo 4 couch co-op, and it was actually it was kind of fun. But we played for like 20-30 minutes or something like that, and then she was like, okay, I'm good. But we had fun. We still talk about that time. That's just, even though it was a couple years ago, we still talk about it. Yo, what's good, Afia? Welcome back. What's good? 6 whole sets. Hey, yo, let's go. I didn't really exactly get to read what all the sets do, but from what I was seeing, they look pretty decent. Work. My new guy who started, they said, oh yeah, I got in this morning. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, he's not gonna be here today. He's got to go do this whole long day worth of stuff. I'm like, what? Now he's been working back there with us for almost 2 weeks, and now all of a sudden he's. So me and my other guy who's been with me for a couple of years now, we were like, all right, let's get it done. I mean, there's a B set that does sound pretty interesting. Is the B set restricted to like Primalist, or is it like anybody can use the B set? Nope. Okay. Maybe you answered nope to my first question. Yo, Quentin Hayes, thank you for subscribing. Everybody can mess with it. Okay, there we go. Oh, jeez. Where did he hit me from? Dude, I thought I was away from his breath. Holy smokes, chat. This was hardcore. Yeah. Dude, look at that, man. He was like standing on top of me, too. So let's see if he does it again. Yo, come back over here. Yo, bro. Let me circle this again. Oh. Man, it was like insult to injury. Just like, you know, stay down. Yo, Quentin, again, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Dude, imagine using the B set and being a Forge Guard. See, look, I used a potion. I couldn't cleanse that slow. Sad. Okay, man. I need you to drop me a 2 LP Shattered Chains. Pretty please. Okay, you dropped an amulet. Could be a very nice upgrade. Hold on. Okay, what are we gonna want on here? We're gonna want mana and melee attack speed. Let's go. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be better than Falcon Fist, but okay. Hold up. Okay, I got some of these now. I'll try and mess around. Let's try and get this to go over to there. Okay, well, we really need it on the mana. Oh, man, I lost so much fortune potential. You are welcome. Thoughts on starting class? All right, Quentin, it's probably going to be Paladin. I am waiting for patch notes. We shall see, but it's definitely going to be Sentinel. I always start Sentinel. It's what I do. I'm a big Sentinel guy. So, probably Paladin. Because I always start as Paladin. I did start as Void Knight one time, and I didn't have the best start. But that was before the rework for Sentinel. So starting as a Void Knight would not be too bad, especially if you're doing Rive. Yeah, Rive would be very nice. Okay, let's try and get this to go up there. Is it worth another Havoc? I don't think it is, chat, but I'll give it a shot. Nope, it's not worth another Havoc. Same, but Rogue looks interesting. Yeah, I just don't play enough Rogue, plus I've kind of cemented myself as the Sentinel guy. Here's the thing, man. I've been doing Sentinel build guides since beta. Near the end, right before launch. Like, I started back in September of 2023, and the game launched in February of 2024, and I was just playing Sentinel the whole time. Right before launch, I published like two build guides for Void Knight, and then just ever since then, I've just been kind of like, you know, I'm not gonna say the Sentinel guy, but I'm like a Sentinel guy, right? You know. People think of Sentinel. There's a couple names that come to mind, and apparently my name keeps getting thrown in there. So, Lizard had Void Whale and Warpath nerf on his patch notes bingo card. I'm thinking Warpath. If Void Whale gets nerfed, I'm hoping it's just I'm hoping that it's just it's for channeled abilities. You know what I'm saying? To cut down on the ultimate just spin for forever, right? You get down. There's no way Voidwell's getting to stay. Yo, what's good, Antez? Yeah, I'm hoping, because Voidwell's fun for a lot of different builds, and right now it seems the main build that's taking, like, this is why I'm playing this version of Warpath, right? The shit is the most broken thing in the game at the moment. I mean, I don't think so, Antez. I think it's heavily abused by one build. And I think it gets solved by when you run out of mana, you stop channeling. Yeah, I get that. I played Necro since beta, but Void Knight has been what I love since the season started. Right, Quinn. I got you. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be Paladin. I haven't done a Void Knight. I haven't done a Void Knight start since Cycle 1.1. Because Voidwell didn't even really become a thing until the damage on... I mean, Voidwell was a thing. Like, I had heard about people in beta using Voidwell to keep doing the infinite erasing strikes, but the thing is, there just wasn't as much damage for that. You still had to stop and cast Volatile Reversal to get that damage, to keep doing the infinite erasing strikes. And even then, the infinite erasing strikes were hard to work around until World Splitter got introduced into the game. And even then, it wasn't until the damage of Sentinel got increased. For erasing strikes specifically, they were able to adjust it to where, hey, you want to keep doing infinite erasing strikes? You want to keep doing that? 20% less damage right off the top for taking the no cooldown. I feel like Erasing Strike is still strong, but I don't think it's not like Warpath is this season, because Warpath, with the T8 channel, specifically the T8 channel reduction and stacking just enough mana with World Splitter, that's what's caused Voidwell to be abused like that, right? To spin for forever. And then people started adding in snapshotting and all these other mechanics into the game to make it really noticeable. And I think you could really solve it right now if with Voidwell, whenever Voidwell activates, it ends your channel. Whatever skill you're channeling ends and you got to restart. You get your mana back, but you got to start again. No infinite spins. You could still spin for a while, and the cool thing is with that, it would still be fun because then you could start spinning again. Right? You could start spinning again immediately instead of running around like, oh no, I need my mana back. You're like, well, cool, here's some mana for you right now. You can start, but your damage isn't just ramping to infinitude. Or, and I don't like this idea as much, I think it would be a lot better for not yet big. I don't like this idea as much, but they could just put a cap on Warrior's Fury. The only reason why Warrior's Fury is what it is for Void Knight specifically is because of Voidwell. So you could do a double nerf Voidwell, remove it entirely, and then nerf this. Well, then it's just a double nerf, and that, you know, so they could cap this, or with Voidwell, when you stop, you know, when you hit 0 mana, you immediately stop channeling, or when Voidwell procs. Because capping Warrior's Fury would nerf a number of other builds that are not using Voidwell. Like on Paladin, the Ignite spin, right? The Ignite spin to win with Warrior's Fury. You guys know that one. But Voidwell are going to create more of these situations because mana sustain is such a big deal in LE. So what other situations do you foresee, Antez? Because I feel like they did a great job at addressing Erasing Strike. I played a Racing Strike this season. It was great, but it wasn't what it was last season because of that 20% damage nerf. And I had really good gear. Like I'm telling you guys, like the gear I had near the end of a 7-month season, oh baby. This build in particular, you get T8 channel cost reduction. I mean, that's really what's kicking this off. T8 channel, yeah, it was GG gear. T8 channel cost reduction really set this one up. Because, I mean, if you're worried about that, Antez, I mean, what are we going to do with all this mana regen when we can convert a stat over to just give us, what is it, you know, attunement? I mean, now, granted, that does mean that you're going to be stacking a lot of attunement to get there. Like don't get me wrong. But if you're running like a Red Ring build and you're running... Foot of the Mountain boots, Red Ring, and you just have extra attunement on hand because, and then you convert it over to mana regen on, like, let's say Sentinel, and you're not even scaling off of attunement, you just have a bunch because of this other stuff. And then, you know, you don't even need Void Well. Your mana is just bzzz, bzzz. I mean, technically, you would still need Void. Technically. I mean, putting a cap on, you know, what's Shining Dark Light? I think putting a cap on either Warrior's Fury or addressing Void Well by saying, hey, okay, either reduce the amount of mana, or I think, honestly, the best thing they can do is, if you are channeling when you hit 0 mana, no matter what, and Void Well activates, you stop channeling. And you got to start again. You need a lot of attunement to get mana reg to compete with Void Well with 1k mana, though. I mean, either way, it's going to be doing the same thing. Either way, it's going to be doing the same thing. Okay, so let's say I'm spinning for... The thing about Void Well is that I feel like it's pretty zero sum. Either you get enough mana from it or you don't use it. That's why I don't like it as a design. So do you think it's an outdated design, Antez, that needs to be removed from the game? I mean, I could spend a pretty long time without Void Well. Okay, now let me end it right there. This is just with mana regen I have on my gear right now. I have 17.1. Bam, I'm already... In terms of future design, you think it's cool AF, but I feel like it's creating issues in terms of future design. Okay, so... beyond Warpath right now, what other builds do you think are heavily using Void Well, or are abusing Void Well, or could not function at a high level without Void Well? Do I follow a build guide? I create most of my own build guides. This one was a meta build, so this one comes to us from Max Roll. A lot of people were using this one this season. My Warpath build looks nothing like this. Well, it does look like this, but I used Apathy's Maw. I had T5 channel cost reduction. I didn't stack mana. It did use Void Well, but it could have functioned without Void Well. All Void Well did is I would spin, do enough damage, and if I hit 0 mana, I would get some mana back. Hook your boy up when the new season comes out. Be here tomorrow. Because right now, off the top of my head, the main build that is using Void Well hardcore, and it's just looking absolutely disgusting, is Warpath. I played a Racing Strike with really good gear. Now, granted, it was my own version of a Racing Strike, but I mean, come on. it was pretty similar. There are 3 good VK builds right now. A Racing Strike, Multi-Strike, and Warpath all are using Void Well. And you think those builds would no longer function if Void Well got removed, or would not be, would lose? Okay, so let's say those builds right now are doing 1,000 corruption each. I know they're not. They're probably going past that. But let's say those builds right now are doing 1,000 corruption each. How much corruption are we losing here in terms of efficiency? Like, to the point where, like, there's no point doing 1,000 corruption. I keep running out of mana. It's taking me forever to try and hit anything. Time. No, Chizzy. He's talking about builds that are using Void Well. He's not saying they are the 3 best builds in the game right now. Yeah, Time Rot Hammers, I was breezing through 1,200 corruption. And that, I'd like to show everybody again, like, these were the kind of attributes I had on that. This was doing close to 1,300 corruption with you know, like, okay, this one's not too bad. I would say this one's not too bad, but it's not like a Champion's Regalia. Like, I did get double health on this one. I did get double health, so this one was actually pretty decent, but I mean, this was my weapon. And you guys saw, I was breathing like 1,200, 1,300 corruption. It didn't really seem to make a difference. Didn't need Void Well because I didn't really use mana, but we're talking about builds that are heavily relying on mana right now. Warpath would probably lose a ton of power. Racing Strike wouldn't function as we know it. Multi-Strike might be decently fine. Yeah, because you have to, like... So with Multi-Strike, well, no, it doesn't matter. Multi-Strike, you can still generate mana on hit with an affix. This version of Warpath would suffer because it's all about ramping up and then trying to do a ton of damage at the higher scale. But like my version of Warpath, like, yeah, sure, it used Void Well, but it wouldn't suffer too much without it. Like I said, it didn't even use World Splitter, and it was doing 1,000. It was doing like 1,100 corruption just fine. So yeah, but this version of Warpath, I agree, would probably just get nuked. Would just absolutely get, well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to infinitely sustain like that right there, but I mean, if T8 channel cost reduction is still the same ranges, it's this sort of cheese right here, right? Where you could just keep going. It was that sort of cheese where you can keep going. Whereas with, you know, other ones, you couldn't do that. Erasing Strike, I could see for Erasing Strike, maybe going back to like Void Cleave Erasing Strike, it would lose some power. But if you're stacking enough mana with it, you might be able to sustain. Wouldn't make it a bit harder. Multi-Strike might be decent, yeah. I don't think they're going to mess with the Warpath tree itself without hurting the lesser builds that use it, so I think the target would be Void Well. Yeah, so I could see them putting a cap on Warrior's Fury, and then I could see them maybe adjusting the numbers on reduced channel costs. Like, I'm using a tier 7 reduced channel cost right now. Tier 8 makes it even more ridiculous, but I'm using a tier 7, and I'm able to spin pretty well for a while. I think the answer really is you either remove Void Well or you have Void Well just reset any channeled abilities when it procs. So it doesn't matter. Whatever decision they make has already been made, right? Patch notes are tomorrow. They're not like watching my stream going, wow, I think that's a great idea. It's already done. Whatever it is. If Warpath doesn't get touched, I would be shocked. Or no, less, maybe not Warpath, but if Void Well doesn't get adjusted, I would be shocked. Hey, so Quentin, you were asking me about the starting class. You're thinking Rogue looks interesting. Yeah, Warpath is definitely in the limelight. Quentin, do you think you're going towards Rogue? I mean, I think Dancing Strikes with no cooldown, no, like that's gonna be kind of sick, man. I'm not gonna lie. Take Void Essence Generation off of skills. I think Reflect's higher on the list. Reflect is definitely higher on the list because it's not just Sentinel, right? It's not just Sentinel. They said they're going to buff old sets. What do you think you will take if you want to try out Sunforged Forge Guard? I mean, I guess it depends on what I want to build, Dylan. I guess it depends on what I want to build, but the thing with that is I could see myself using the helmet and the chest plate, but using the main weapon, which is a two-handed mace. I feel like Sentinel just really enjoys axes and swords. I would be leaning towards taking a two-handed axe or two-handed sword. So either I would be using part of the set, using the full set with the Legends Entwined ring, or just not using it. And I'm glad they're buffing some of the old sets. They went through and nerfed a lot of them before they even made it to the game. And I think that was a mistake. Like pre-nerfing the sets, thinking they would be too strong because everybody would be crafting set items, I think was a mistake. If they revert a ton of those changes back to what they were back in Cycle 1.1, that'd be good enough for me. I'm going Shadowrun Mirage Shadow Cascade. Let's go. Take Void Essence Generation off of skills and leave it on the passive tree. So you're saying the only way you can earn Void Essence is if you put points into Essence of the End here. So you wouldn't be able to get it to like here. You wouldn't be able to get it like right here. Okay. I mean, that would severely hamper. That would severely hamper Voidwell, but that's a lot of going through each skill and tuning it. I mean, I pointed out 2 skills. There might be more skills. You'd be tuning multiple skills. I do think they would probably just touch this. They might lower the mana. Instead of 30% mana, what if it only gave you 10%? I think that would be worst case scenario. Well, no, worst case scenario is this gets removed. I think second case, worst case scenario is they lower the mana to where it's nothing. Wait, isn't it a 3-second? It was a 3-second. It got nerfed this season. They made it a 4-second cooldown. Right. So even if they increase it to a 5-second cooldown, I think that would still be cool, but I think the real, because then it could still be functional for how it's intended. It's supposed to be this idea that I ran out of mana. Oh, I could keep going just a little bit more. I could just push through just a little bit more. But people are designing builds in such a way to where you could just keep going and going and going without stopping. Yeah, because like with a Racing Strike, that 20% damage reduction was pretty good. And then you also still got the problem with a Racing Strike of, you know, you get animation locked because you're just doing, like I died so many times with that a Racing Strike build because I was just like, die, oh shoot, I gotta move. Oh frick, I'm animation locked. No! Shoot! 1200 corruption. I mean, this is probably the last day I'm playing this build. Because tomorrow is gonna be patch notes. Tomorrow we're gonna be reading patch notes. We're gonna be making videos. I mean, if they remove Void Well, I'll probably just play like this, you know? Stop moving. And then start spinning again. You know? Takes a little bit longer to get some kills. My life pool is insane. You think so? What do you think, guys? Is this life pool insane? Oh, that was probably a shrine effect. I wasn't trying to mock you, Jesse. I mean, I guess 5,500 health is pretty insane, but at the same time, this has been a 7-month season. Holy shit. Still a lot, yeah. It's still bad. I mean, yeah, but the thing I gotta tell people, 7-month season. Like the builds that I've been putting out near the end of the season, I already had somebody comment on one of my videos. Hey, can you put out videos for us broke noobs? I asked them what their target corruption is, but at the same time, dude, it's a 7-month season. If you've been playing this season as long as I have, like, yeah, you're gonna have this. This is the payoff. Like some of my builds near the end. Check out my builds near the beginning of the season. Not brokey. I got it, chat. What if they cut Warrior's Fury damage in half and removed Void Well? We're running Umbral Blades right now and the movement speed's amazing. You know, let's get it. All right. Yeah, one thing I could definitely see them doing. One thing I could definitely see them doing is just removing Mark of Rot entirely. Like, back in beta, this was not beta. Well, yeah, I guess back in beta, but back in cycle 1.1, this was 100%. And then they cut it down to 50% in season 2. Then they cut it down to 30% in season 3. I could see them just saying, you know what, get rid of Mark of Rot. I mean, you still got the time bubble stuff, right? Just get rid of Mark of Rot. Cut this damage in half. And remove move Symbols of Hope to over here. Or when they introduce Paladin's new skill, move Symbols of Hope over to like next to Judgment and put a new skill here. That way Void Knight can't take it. And then, like I said, already cut that in half. Remove Void Well, and then this damage right here, cut it down to 20, and then cut this down to 5% hit damage. Or no. 1% damage per point. 1% damage per point. So that means 3% more damage per time rod. I'm being a little facetious here. I'm being a little facetious. Like, I'm doing the classic. Why stop there? Feel like Symbols is there for VK and Forge Guard. It's such a cozy skill to have. I mean, it's also there for Paladin for sure. Just like nerf that. And honestly, I don't want them to do that, because one thing that kept Sentinel in the game for so long was volatile reversal. So to just straight up just start nerfing all this damage. I could understand making minor adjustments, right? I mean, I think we could all agree. Let's make some minor adjustments. What are you guys playing tonight? Yo, thank you for the likes over on YouTube. You guys rock. Welcome on in, everybody, over on Twitch. Weren't these builds strong for Season 3 as well? I think Reflect is the big warrior. I didn't even play it. Oh, Season 2. Yeah, and they did get some adjustments. I feel like a Racing Strike's in a good spot. Sure, I was doing 1200 corruption, but I mean, at the same time, that gear was pretty nuts, though. Gear was absolutely nuts, though. Been scratching my head with a cheese grater. I mean, suffering through trying to make Bleed Heartsaker gratifying to play. It's not. I tried it one season. Don't do it. I think the concept of Heartseeker as a skill is cool. But yeah, I did it as Bleed. Obviously, Carrying On of Creation. Carrying On of Creation wasn't in the game when I tried. I think I tried it in Season 2. Now, that might be fun. Just play a Heartseeker, you know? Don't aim for 400 corruption in Aberoth. I think that could be fun. I know, you were bored. I'm just not good at Rogue. Too much movement. Too much movement. Yo, just stay down. Stay down. Chat, what if we get What if we get to patch notes tomorrow and we get to the section that's about Sentinel? And the only paragraph is something about Reflect. And then it just moves on. They make no changes to Sentinel. No buffs, no nerfs. What if we get there, Chad? What would you guys say? Boo? I'd be pretty upset. But what would you like to see done, Dylan? Only people that'd be mad would be the hardcore racers. Honestly, and a lot of people I've been hearing from calling for Sentinel nerfs have been from the hardcore community. I want to see Smelter's Wrath and Forge Strike get facelifts. Forge Guard hasn't gotten the love. Okay, so you would like to see Forge Guard get buff. Is what you're saying, Dylan. I think I'm understanding you correctly. I think Forge Guard definitely does need... It needs something. What they did in Cycle 1.1, I feel like is not enough. Though I will say this. I mean, Blue Beyond did kill Uber Aberoth with a Forge Guard. I'm gonna keep repping that guy. I think one thing about Forge Guard, though, I think Forge Guard is somewhat decent, but it just definitely gets outshined by Paladin and Void Knight. Like, every time I'm playing Forge Guard, it's like, you know what? I could be playing a Paladin right now. Or I could be playing a Void Knight right now. Yeah, they're a bit clunky, for sure. Throwing attack speed buff time rot, yes, but it has to be so yes and no. The way it buffs time rot takes into account your cast speed, your melee attack speed, and your thrown attack speed. You'd be like, wow, that's great. 3 different sources for more damage. No, it takes the lowest. Oh, I also hope to see in the patch notes, Glyph of Envy has been changed to Rune of Envy. I almost feel like I should have taken tomorrow off. Maybe I'll call in sick. I won't. Man, I think that's a reference to Back to the Future. It could also be a reference to World of Warcraft. Bell's work. Yes, I'm afraid I can't come into work. I'm paralyzed from the neck up. Yeah, yeah. What we got here? Why, every time I type into chat, I immediately get a batch of ads, so I can't see reactions to it. Thin smile, yeah. All right, does anybody else agree with Dylan over on YouTube? Do you think we'll see Forge Guard buffs? Well, actually, I don't know if Dylan's saying there will be Forge Guard buffs. I think he's hoping to see Forge Guard buffs. Anybody else hoping to see Forge Guard buffs with tomorrow's patch notes? I like to see some. I enjoy the class conceptually. I will say that class is definitely super tanky. I really like the concept. I love the shield and two-handed weapon, though I do feel like the 20% damage nerf might be a bit much. Like playing multiple builds, so yes. Indirect buffs, yes. The new idols, the new set, dual wield. I mean, but for Forge Guard, I mean, I guess, but I feel like with Forge Guard, you really want to be using a shield and a two-hander. Give it some mace compatibility. I think Sentinel needs some mace compatibility for sure. It's a trap. You think two-hander and a shield is a trap on Forge Guard? I know the 20% damage. I know the 20% damage nerf. It sucks. But you also get damage reduction with shields. Like actual DR while using shields. And it's kind of become the class identity, like it or not. Very confused why the tanky classes do not have means to taunt and hold a mob. I mean, Primalists can throw down a totem that taunts. Rive Forge Guard. Dual wield Rive Forge Guard Trust. Yeah, sure. I have no reason to doubt you. Wait, are you just saying Rive for... Are we still talking dual wield? Because I'm also thinking two-handed weapon with Forge Guard. That's... I mean, two-handed weapon with Rive. Well, that's broad. Let's dual wield. Dual wield two-hander with 40% increased damage taken. Yeah, no thanks. Dual wield with Forge Guard. Trust. I mean, I do feel like Forge Guard has enough innate tankiness that could actually possibly make it work. I just hate doing dual wield builds because the increased damage taken, it just feels so much squishier. But I guess with Forge Guard, you can definitely get a lot of innate tank. Oh, fucking hamster. You know what? Oh, Stygian Coal. The new set, not two-handed weapons. Right. I understand. No, Dylan over on YouTube was, I think, making a funny, saying Forge Guard should be able to dual wield two-handed weapons with 40% increased damage taken. You're saying use the new set on Forge Guard. That would definitely be miserable. I wouldn't play it. I mean, if somebody was like, here's 10,000 bits, play this build for an afternoon, I'd be like, yeah, sure. You got me for 10 minutes, or you got me for an hour. You know what? Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I will do this. What if... Okay, you know, I got an idea. Maybe I'll do a dual wield Forge Guard build. Maybe. I got an idea using the new set items. Just for brow. Is Rive getting buffed or something? Weapons Master and Smelter's Might? Wait, are you saying I have to play a Rive build with Weapons Master and Smelter's Might? Or is this a different build you're talking about, bro? Same build. Okay. You're saying Weapons Master. So that's Forge Master's Might. Okay, is Weapons Master a passive? Or is it a passive inside Rive? Warpath. Okay. Forge Guard passive. Folded Steel. First line middle. Weapons Master. Okay. And Smelter's Might. Are we also taking fresh from the Forge? We bleeding them. So we're going with this. Are we going to be doing... And this is the dual wield. This is the dual wield that you're talking about. Okay. Let me see if I can pull up the set. Like, I kind of glanced over it. Okay. Dorman's set. Right. Two different items at the same time. Yo, third favorite child, thank you for the follow. Okay, so let's just look at this together real quick. Would have to be the axe and the sword, right? I figure that's what's going on here. Let's take a look real quick. Oh, let's make sure YouTube chat's pulled up too. Okay. Jorman's Thirst, 35% chance to not consume a potion. Health, stun avoidance, physical resistance. I would craft this onto another belt. I want to use this. Okay, so Jorman's Hunger. Chance to inflict bleed. Chance to inflict bleed. Chance to apply critical vulnerability. Increase melee attack speed. Leech. Strength and dex. I might just use that axe. Oh no, I don't know if I would. Maybe. Jorman's Feast. 7% critical strike multiplier per 10 bleeds. Up to 200 bleeds. Okay. Dex will scale with Rive. Yeah. Dex would. Per 10 bleeds. So 7%. I wonder if this number is variable. So let's just say 7. Per 10 bleeds. 200 bleeds. Okay. It's quite a bit. You're saying do this on Forge Guard? 140 crit multiplier is, I mean, to get for just a weapon? Yo, what's good, Gorsh? How's it going, bro? For just 140% critical strike multiplier. Well, I mean, you get it with the axe. Sounds like a big investment with bleed. On Sentinel, that's not that difficult. You just get a couple idols with bleed, or you just use Blood of the Exile boots. The weapon looks good. Yeah, Blood of the Exile boots for bleed duration. On Sentinel, this, I mean, you just use a axe. Craft this onto a Dragon Bone axe. Yeah, with enough melee attack speed. I mean, 55 melee damage is not bad. Bleed right. Yeah, bleed support and rive. Right. So this is a long sword. This is a battle axe. For 2-set bonus, drop the belt only. Use the weapons. Yeah, I guess 10% critical strike multiplier is a 3-set bonus. I mean, this seems backwards. This seems backwards. Wouldn't you want to switch this to force people to use the belt? Yeah, you're right, Dylan. Why use the belt at all? Why use the belt at all? Oh, goody. I'm getting an extra 10% critical strike multiplier. Yeah, you don't. Like, this is nothing. This 3-set bonus makes no sense. It makes no sense. Look at this massive damage you get. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna commit to 3 pieces. I get an extra 10% critical strike multiplier. Like, really? So what's good about the belt? What's good about the belt is you kind of want to use the weapons though, or use the ring. Yeah, even then, I wouldn't use the ring specifically for this. I'd be trying to get as many sets as possible at that point. Chance to cast Fire Volcanic Orb when you directly use a fire melee attack. I mean, look, this ring on its own, you equip this ring, 30% critical strike multiplier, or I could go for a 3-piece set bonus for 10. Yeah, I think the sword, unless you can craft this onto unless you can craft this onto a weapon. Yeah, ring and the sword's probably gonna be fine. Axe at first is like, wow, this is really good. But I mean, if you do a Dragon Bone axe, yeah, if you're like doing a Dragon Bone axe, this is gonna be a lot of bleeds. Still only 140% critical strike multiplier. Well, I guess it's also going to depend, is this number variable? Is this a hard number? Is this a hard number? T7 Katana? Okay, so T7 Katana. So you're saying T7, like one-handed katana, T7 critical strike multiplier. Okay, cool. But imagine this. T7 katana, but instead, what if you're able to craft, what if you could craft this onto, what if you're able to craft this onto a katana? Right? And then you take T7 katana, No, you can't, because the 20% damage bonus only happens while you're dual wielding if your main hand is different from your offhand. Or ignore the set bonuses. I mean, at that point, I guess you're just going off of that. This is free critical strike multiplier. I mean, 7%. I mean, how much do we get off Eye of Ring? Hold up. I mean, yeah, let's compare it to Eye of Ring, which all you need to do is crit. Eye of Ring, you get 5% melee critical strike multiplier, stacks up to 30 times. I mean, so 5 times 3. I mean, so that's 180. You know what? Maybe. And then it has 40 built in. Maybe some weird sins is onto something. Would you ever think about Primordial on that crit 10 bleeds? Would you ever think about Primordial? Which Primordial are you talking about? Are you talking about are you talking about Carry-On of Creation? 20% multiplicative with 140% crit multi, though. I mean, this is 20% multiplicative is nothing to sneeze at. Crit multi per 10 bleeds for the set affix. Is that what it is? I think so. Wait, Dylan, I see what you're saying. You're saying, would you ever consider turning that affix into a T8? So if that is the affix that can be crafted on, to the swords, let's say you put it onto a sword and then you hit it with a T8. Run Whetstone Gavel. Yeah. If you have an exalted weapon in your offhand, its stats have 96% increased effectiveness. Hey, what's up, Colonel? I mean, we'd be losing the axe, though. Like, that's the issue. We'd be losing the axe. 10% more critical strike multiplier for 3-piece would be interesting. Wait. So, okay, let's go back to this. I actually did. I straight up closed that. Hold up. Okay, so going back to the item. Yeah, so going back to the item, chat. They confirmed it's plus 10%. It's not 10% more, right? This isn't a 10% more critical strike multiplier. Holy 5,500 HP. Yeah, what's good, Colonel? Hey man, it's near the end of a it's near the end of a 7-month season. Okay, so Dylan, they confirmed it is 10% in the Discord. So this is a 10% more. So whatever your critical strike multiplier is, increase it by 10% more. This is not an additive bonus. This is a more bonus. This is a multiplicative bonus, I guess. Because then that would make sense. No, it's an added. What's the frick? What? This is really stupid then. This is really stupid. Yeah, here. You completed a 3-piece set. Here's a little 10% bonus. It's not, yeah. You get 40% increase from a blessing. All right, you get 40% increase from a blessing. Giving up a weapon slot for 20% more damage? I mean, it depends. Maybe you're playing a skill that doesn't have a lot of more damage nodes. I mean, this might be able to bring, like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Maybe you're playing a skill that doesn't have a lot of more damage nodes. You want to bring it online. If you're already playing a skill with a ton of more damage, what's 20% more? 20% more could be huge for some other skills. I mean, requires level 42, level 38, level 42. This could also be great for low level. Imagine slotting this in at level 50. Yeah, I think I see where you're coming from, Deej. We're kind of looking at this as, does this have in-game viability? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, if I'm level 50 and I drop this axe, and I'm playing Rive, and, you know, I also get the sword and the belt, then yeah, depends on what the affixes are. Yeah. Ashwake. Artifice of Devastation. Can I make this bigger? Huh. On my phone, that looked a little bit better. I mean, it's reacting, but I guess it's not interrupting anything. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's not just like, it doesn't feel like I'm just hitting a wall. It is reacting, but it's also not interrupting what it's doing. All right, let's get back to the kill looks good. Yeah, let's get back to some gameplay, chat. Make sure we got YouTube chat open. If it was 100% even, that is pretty all right. Yeah, I think 10% is just so low. I mean, look, can it at least be as good as a blessing? 50%. Increased critical strike multiplier. What's up, dude? Yo, what's good, Pop Tart? Hey, yo, so Pop Tart, I know your name says Po-Tart. Do you prefer Po-Tart or Pop Tart? Or you don't care? It was meant to be Pop-Tart. Okay, cool. Because otherwise I'm like, what the hell's a Po-Tart? Yeah, guys, check that out. Sick. It's near the end of a 7-month season, guys. I mean, look at these boots. What's your favorite monolith and why? Monolith timeline? Are you asking what my favorite monolith timeline is? Correct. Chat, what's my favorite monolith timeline? The Black Sun. I mean, Colonel, you've been here like 2 times. Yeah, Dylan, like everybody. Like Pop-Tart, I know you've only been here like once before, but yeah, Black Sun's my favorite timeline. Reason why? The timeline itself, I like the maps. I like the enemy variety. It's also a timeline that doesn't have one of my least favorite modifiers, which is... was it Kiss of Death, Touch of Death? It's the modifier that reduces your resistances by like 25%. And it's like, oh yeah, enemies have a 10% chance. Dude, you're getting attacked by everything. You constantly have 25% less resistances for no reason other than it's a shitty modifier. This is one of the timelines that doesn't get it. Plus, I really enjoy the Raye fight because it's a fight that if you're just going into it to try and just bully Raye, he will one-shot you 100%. He will one-shot you. But if you play the fight correctly, you can defeat him with finesse. It feels nice to be defeating him with finesse that works. It's not like Uber Aberoth where all of a sudden little random orbs come flying by you. Like, you gotta be paying attention, and sometimes, sometimes he gets me. I like the Tango. Also, he drops World Splitters. So if you're just farming this timeline and Empowereds, you will just naturally accumulate good World Splitters. I didn't play any builds that use World Splitter till the end of the season. Hey, yo, what's good, Combat Wink? Good to watch over here. Ads every time on Twitch are irritating. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I be Deej. Yeah, I know who you are. Nah. Here. Let you in on a secret. Honestly, yo, Deej, I'm gonna send you a message. I'm gonna whisper you. I'm gonna whisper you on Twitch. All right, let me whisper you on Twitch. All right. All right, it is done. One day you'll update your nickname, yeah. Rolls of World Splitter is a pain. Yeah, exactly. Like, here's the thing about World Splitter. Rolls are a pain, but it's also one of the best weapons for melee builds, or specifically melee void builds in the game. Not every single one. Vastus, or yeah, I'm just gonna say Vastus. Yo, Vastus, thank you for following over on Twitch. It's one of the best. It's annoying to farm, and if you're just constantly farming this timeline on all of your builds, you will accumulate good World Splitters. I personally, when I was getting ready to play these builds, had 6 2LP world splitters. Just ready to go. Because I just been farming this timeline because it's my favorite timeline. It's been my favorite timeline since beta. Consensus is it's a 3 slot. It's a 2 item set with a 3rd set. Yeah. Not worth it all. Not worth it all. I am not compelled to use 3 sets at all. This is why I need cleanse. Oh, hello there. Next, what we need to do is we need to be looking at Reddit, chat. Why do we need to be looking at Reddit? We need to see if they also made a whoopsie with this one. We need to see if they made a whoopsie and if that's a typo. If that's supposed to be 100% critical strike multiplier, then, you know, we need that to be confirmed. I feel like it'll get confirmed on Reddit. It'll be a reply. I'm being snarky here. I just feel like every time anything really gets confirmed by EHG, it's a reply on a Reddit post. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention here. I was getting destroyed by a Void Prophet. Okay, so they confirmed they wanted it to be a 2-set bonus. Hello there, handsome. How are you doing? Hi. How's it going? That's rather... Sure. That's from community manager Justin. Wait, I thought Derek was the... No, I guess Derek's just a dev. Since an intention of set mixing is different weapon types, we wanted to ensure you could include a weapon that's not part of the set. Sure. Derek? Oh, okay. No. That's all good. That's all good. How you doing today, Vastus? I am alright. Well, what's up? What happened? Got patch notes fever. Life's been hard, just want to get distracted. Well, welcome on in. Stay a while. Do I mix that sword into my rogue build? Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm looking at it from the perspective of a Sentinel, because that's what I play. Been thinking about starting LE. You've never played before, Vastus? Really interested in the Weaver set? Yeah, Weaver looks interesting. You've never played. Hey, well, there's a new update coming out next week, man. Stick around. We're getting patch notes tomorrow. Face is hella orange right now. Jeez. Jeez. Look at this. Walk away. Walk back. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Did I link that? Yeah, Vastus. I mean, if you're interested in picking up the game, you can use my my Nexus link right there. It's my my storefront. I sell Last Epoch on my storefront. You buy it, I get a kickback. You get a Steam key. Well, that's sword plus Nest of Nightmares. Giggity? Yeah, giggity. Giggity, giggity, go! Oh, golly. You've played other stuff. D4, PoE. Okay. Oh yeah, no, Vastus, don't worry about it. That link's mostly for people in the United States. Currency conversion apparently is not the greatest. Nexus doesn't support it at all. So I mean, you gotta do what's best for you. Oh, okay. kind of want to do an all set build. Hey man, I did it and it was fun for Time Rock. Rogue can do it now. Yeah. Rogue can definitely do it. Yeah, when I did it for Time Rot, like a lot of the sets weren't doing anything for the build. I mean, I was crafting it onto the items just to get the bonuses from the ring and try to get tanky with block from Corsairs. Hey, so some weird sense. I gotta ask you a question. Have you ever run 100% block chance on a rogue before? You have not? I only asked because I did it back in Cycle 1.1. It was the funniest thing ever. People were like, dude, even when you play other classes, you turn them into Sentinel. I was running around as a freaking Blade Dancer with 100% block chance. I was using, what's the name of that shield? Bulwark, right? Yeah, I was using Bulwark. You get 20% block chance and then slam it with 26%. Then you have 35% block chance. And then you can pick up block chance in the Falconer tree. And then if you use the blessing, and if you put block chance like on your gloves and your rings, I mean, it's heavy investment, but it was funny as hell. Some kind of two-handeds with Titans and 100% block chance. Okay. I mean, I don't know if it'd be good, but Dreamthorn or Jasper's Searing Pride, those give block chance on the weapon. Bike is the reason why we can't have nice things. Dude, the build was such heavy investment into block chance. It was doing like 400 corruption in Cycle 1.1. I think it was 400 corruption. I was doing the stab and drag. Was it you attack with like Shadow Cascade or something and then you shift forward and do all that damage? Worked really well with the Bulwark shield because you get that melee critical strike multiplier with the Apocalypse buff. So I was just like running around and being like, bam, dash forward. Oh, I got hit. What a shame. I Be right back, chat. Bye-bye. remember the daggers that gave the parry that made you almost unhittable. Yeah, sure. Was I using that? I was using Smoke Weaver. You might be talking about something else. Problem is, Rogue doesn't really have a lot of good skills to attack phase. No, that's it. Smoke Weaver got nerfed. What's it do now? Do I even have one? When did it get nerfed? This looks very similar to the Smoke Weaver I was using. The dodge was percentage. Let me see if I can pull up. Now, I'm gonna have to go back into the Wayback Machine here. Oh, it's lost in random timer on. Yeah, this had to have been cycle 1.1. Stab and drag road. Where you at? Stab and drag blade dancer. Oh gosh, here we go. All right, let's look at this planner. Yeah, this one, when I used it, the one I was using had flat dodge rating on it as well. So I was using the nerfed. I was using the nerfed version. Well, here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I converted my dodge chance over to glancing blow. And then I had 100% block chance. Because I was using Bulwark. What was it? Bulwark of the Last Abyss? Yeah, Bulwark. I was using Bulwark. I had 100% block chance, converted all that stuff over to glancing blow, so I wasn't taking that much damage per hit. I didn't need to dodge. And I'm playing with critical strike avoidance. Gee willikers, man. You were off to LE Tools? Yeah, bro. Bulwark of the Last Abyss. Shield. Now that one, it's going to be important for that shield. It's going to be important for that shield. And there's going to be new set items coming out that's probably going to be better for you. But yeah, if you use Bulwark of the Last Abyss shield, 35% block chance, 20% block chance. You got to try and get the 20. Slam it with 26% block chance. Right? So what's that bonus on its face? 20 plus 35 plus 26. That's 81% block chance with just a shield. This shield in particular. You add on 8% block chance from T7 rings. That's 89%. You take the blessing. That's 8% right there. 89. That's 97%. And then you take. I have a good night, bike. Gotta go try to work on some RPG stuff. Catch you later, Deej. Then you could take block chance on your gloves for another 4%. That'll overcap you. You could take stuff from the Falconer tree. That'll overcap you. Yeah, but just this shield alone, you're mostly there. Like with that shield, like any class can be 100% block chance if you want to take the stuff on rings, glove, blessing, etc. Blessing especially. You want to take the blessing because it gives you block effectiveness. Yo, hold up, chat. Sorry. Might want to turn down the stream. Thursday night slow jams. Let's go, guys. I'm not going to subject you guys to that anymore. No, I'm not skipping the song, but I'll turn it down. How long's this critical strike avoidance gonna last, man? Man, killing my vibe, bro. Let's go. Alright, I know what I must do. You got this timeline. Holy frick. Critical strike avoidance. Ugh. Please, no. Please. This timeline, it might have been. This timeline. Oh, it was this timeline. I remember because it was 8-3-1, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it, chat. It's not gonna end well. I don't have cleanse. I don't have cleanse. Oh my gosh. I should leave. No. No traversal, frick! Told you it wouldn't end well. I'm gonna go back to farming. See you later. Where you at, homie? Run away, tippy tippy toes! Over here. Please have mercy. Mercy, please. Oh, no. Let me move. Please! Mercy! Please! There was nowhere to stand. And it still did more than my 5,000 health. I'm gonna do this again for you guys. Run! Okay. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, well, frick. Okay. Well, this sucks. Run away. Run away. Please! Run away! Stay over here. Over here. Please. I'm dead. Ah. I was stuck on the wall. What are you gonna do, chat? There's nothing you can do. Oh, dude, am I hitting that carpet bomb? I think so. Recover all the mana. We need all the mana. Oh! Carpet bomb! Come over here, big boy. Come to me. Hey, yo, what's good? It's Blue Beyond. Oh, come on. Okay, oh, cool. Oh my gosh, I need cleanse so bad for this build. Please, give me cleanse. Cleanse? Please? Oh, dude, like, bro. Trying to do this out cleanse is like shooting myself in the foot and say run a marathon. Oh. Yeah, but here's the thing, Blue Beyond. Do you see my health? Would you like to see a magic trick? Would you like to see a magic trick? Here's what would happen if I ran cleanse only on my belt. I mean, I guess it's possible, but damn. Loss of 500 health. Look at all these failed slams, chat. Well, that isn't failed, but... Yeah, but until one of them went away, what happened is one of them went away, and then I was trying to catch up to him, and I was chilled, and I wasn't leeching, and then I died. No, I can't be using Brewmasters. It would be great. Welcome to the graveyard, chat. We got fun and games. Melee needs exhaust. You need exhaust? Cleansed Inglando back. All right, chat. It's not gonna happen. End of the season special. My one shot. Excuse me. Okay. And here's what we're gonna do. I didn't realize I had a 2 LP. All right. This is what we're gonna do, chat. I mean, should I try and like, because I mean, I got near max on, you know what, forget it. I'm not even gonna go gauntlet it. This is it. Let's prepare to be disappointed, all right, chat? Let's temper our expectations. This will end in disappointment. Now, I probably should have been ramping up before I got there. Yeah, I probably could have one-phased her. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Slams with Bike. We have this 2 LP Shatter Chains, and we're going to be slamming it with this belt. I want cleanse and I want health. This is like my 4th attempt at the season. It is near the end of season 3. Please, game, just give it to me. Lock in the health. You've gypped me so much this season. You've gypped me so much, game, this season. Give it to me now. has been Slams with Buck.
Will I get over it?
No.
No. But life goes on.
That was super loud. Holy. It's like, damn. Okay, here, let's try this. No, let's not do the same one.
Stop it. Get some help.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Okay, how did that sound, chat? Did that sound like it was good? It wasn't like blowing out your eardrums. What about the? Let's try the one.
Will I get over it?
Man, that does sound a lot lower.
No. But life goes on.
That one's a bit loud. Okay, well, unfortunately, I can't control individual ones, so I'll probably just have to remove it. Yeah, I can't control each individual blurb. Oh, YouTube chat was closed. Oh, sorry. I missed Dylan's messages. I want to next season that it's always sounded fun. I want to use legends with Corsairs to get glancing blow converted to block chance. Super easy to cap that way. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Dylan. My YouTube chat got closed. Yeah, no. We were just talking about it, and he chimed in over on YouTube. While we were having that conversation, I didn't get to integrate anything Dylan said because my YouTube chat got closed. So yeah, he wants to use Corsairs to convert glancing blow to block chance. To watch, Some Weird Sins is actually Dylan on YouTube, and he's just been trying to. Kidding. You gotta use the Corsair's hat, right? You gotta use the set item. Stuck at 16%. Oh, okay. Hey, yo, what's good, Afia? Welcome back. Trying to get more believers on LE. Were you doing the rounds on Twitch? Spent 2 hours showing stuff one can do on LE to a friend. Does he play LE? Or she? Or them? After this, sounds like he will. Kappa, got it. Hence the believers bit. Well, you said you were trying to get more believers. Doesn't mean you succeeded. Mike dressing up as a bee was a hidden teaser. Yeah, sure. How's Warpath? It's going great. I mean, I was able to get Uber Aberoth to the second phase, but then like all that stuff starts appearing on screen and I'm trying to fight the Harbinger and I just need to be able to cleanse. I just need to be able to cleanse, man. It's been rough. And I saw I had one more 2LP Shatter Change in storage and I just slammed it and I got this. I need cleanse, man. Good golly. Doesn't matter. Kind of sad. We're going out on a whimper. Going out on a bit of a whimper. I was hoping to, you know, at least get... You have no interest in Uber Aberoth. It's just everything you need to be able to do Uber Aberoth. Like, you just need so many decent things. And like, here's the thing, like, my gear is really good, right? My gear is exceptionally good, except for this. No cleanse, no shot. And then you might be thinking, well, what if you just put cleanse instead of health? I don't know if I could do it. I know that sounds kind of stupid. You know, I got 4,915. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I'm just not interested. Next season, spam all the failed slams with runes of corruption. Yeah, I guess do that, but that means I would have to be playing in Legacy, and I'm going to be playing in. It means I have to be playing in Legacy. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here a little bit early today. We got patch notes tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I had a great time with this build. Maybe I'll play a little bit on the weekend. Who knows? I'm probably gonna be trying to update build guides. Let me go over to Twitch chat, see what you guys are saying. Should be fairly quick to amass a few. Yeah, sure. Probably not take that long, but I'm gonna be focused on seasonal. Thank you so much for being here, Fia. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here, brother. Yeah, Chaos, good to see you. All right, if you're over here on Twitch, say hi to Bad Dentist. See you later. YouTube, thanks for being here, guys. Let me make sure I open YouTube chat, okay? All right, guys, appreciate you. Thank you so much for the likes. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we get patch notes. I'll probably be working on planners. And then I'm still driving for Uber. So appreciate everything you do, guys. Thank you for being here. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. You guys take care. Peace out.